Sprouted Seed Tea, or SST, is a variation of compost tea that is made from a collection of seeds that sprout after being soaked. Sprouted seed teas are starting to gain popularity among probiotic farmers who use them as a natural plant growth hormone source. Only the seeds of quick-growing plants such as alfalfa, rye, or barley should be used to make SST, which will only make a few days or up to a week to sprout. Take. After seeds have soaked for a night, drain the excess water and keep the seeds moist. Once they begin to sprout, the seeds will be full of abscisic and gibberellic acids, beneficial proteins, amino acids, enzymes, and other beneficial compounds that can be added to boost the quality of a compost, added to a fertilizer regimen, or used as a root growth promoter during the propagation stage. SST is a biologically active liquid that can also be diluted in a root drench or foliar spray. Okay. The way that I learned about SSTs was from Cali Grown Buds YouTube page, in which I had never heard of SSTs before. Basically, you soak seeds until they sprout. You put them in a food blender, blend them up, put them in some sort of tea bag or painter's strainer bag, bubble them in some water, and add that to your, feed that to your plants. Well, this way is saying you take the seeds, use clean, unchlorinated water. After soaking seeds overnight, use a paper towel to cover the container and keep it moist. In a few days, tiny roots will begin popping out. These shoots are ready to be harvested when they're 1/4 of an inch long. Weigh them and add 1/3 of that weight in sugar to the sprouts. This is the first time hearing that part. I've never seen that before anywhere. Blend the mixture using an electric blender and add water to dissolve excess sugar and catalyze the procedure. Instead of blending the sprouting seeds into a slurry like this, you could also just use the water they were soaked in. Additionally, you can also supply 1 or 2 tablespoons of lacto for every liter of the mixture. After completing the process, keep the blended seeds in an airtight bottle in a dark area, as gas is produced during fermentation. You will have a bottle of fully fermented SST within 3 to 6 weeks. This SST will be ready for composting with the required nutrients for you to begin planting. SST is sometimes used as a root booster for organic rooting hormone on young plants and cuttings. To use as a growth promoter on young plants, add SST to your plant's feed water at 1 to 2 tablespoons per gallon. SST is a good alternative for growers who don't wish to use synthetic rooting hormones. In the absence of sprouted seed tea, another organic option is willow extracts. We're going to have to look that one up. Plants will respond to the hormones with root and shoot development, cell elongation, and heavy flowering. Okay? So basically my take from this is, it still works, seed sprouted tea, if you do it the way that I learned online. You basically just sprout the seeds, blend them in a food processor, soak it in some water. You don't bubble it or anything like that, and you immediately feed it to the plants. But this is another take on it, fermenting it for 3 to 6 weeks, and creating the growth hormone for your plants. I hope this helps explain the seed sprouted teas or sprouted seed teas to people who've never heard of them before. You can literally try it on your own, like I did in my last video. I made that bubbler out of a mattress, an air mattress inflator. I'm a DIY type of guy, but I'll be doing a lot of videos like this explaining these more advanced techniques and trying my own takes on them and seeing how it works out. But that's sprouted seed teas. Give it a try. Thanks. Peace.